Right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I like to give all the praises, all the honor, and all the glory unto the Most High, YAHAWAH, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and unto the elders of Great Millstone, GMS who taught me this truth, and honors to all the Akim out there that's pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith, and to Wadi Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashai, for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be Lamentations, Morning, and Woe. All right. And that's coming from the book of Ezekiel. All right. All right. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 2, verse 9. Now, before I read that precept, I wanted to bring out the definitions of those words in the book of Ezekiel. Okay. The book of Ezekiel, all right, as our apostle would say, one of I forget who it is, the apostle Ramlab always, used to say, I forget what apostle it was, or elder, their elders were, but they used to say Ezekiel. Okay, now I wanted to bring out this the definitions of lamentation, the definition of lamentation, the definition of mourning, and the definition of woe. So this is the definition of a lamentation. It says a passionate expression of grief or sorrow or weeping. You see, and then there's the some other ones. It says weeping, wailing, crying, sobbing, or moaning, sob, wail, lament, sorrow, complaint, grief, howling, howl. Okay, that's the definition of lamentation. Okay, so let's go to the definition of the word mourn or mourning. Okay, this is mourning. It says the expression of deep sorrow for someone who has died, typically involving certain conversions, such as wearing black clothing. Okay, and we don't need all that, but it's an expression of deep sorrow for someone who's died. All right, there's some similar ones. Lamentation, lament, wailing, pretty much the same thing as a lamentations for the most part, very similar. And then last one is woe. So this is woe, great sorrow or distress, misery, distress, sadness, unhappiness, heartache, okay, heartbreak, all right, desolation, depression, gloom, all right, affliction, suffering, hardship, pain, grief, anguish, torment, see, trouble, difficulty, problem, tribulation, burden, tragedy, disaster, calamity, adversity. Okay, now we have an idea of what those the words of lamentation, mourning, and woe mean, and that is what's coming to this place. Really, that's what's coming upon the world, and it's going to be really heavy in the land of America, in the land of Babylon. There's going to be a lot of lamentation, a lot of mourning, and a lot of woe, a lot of death, a lot of destruction. All right, a lot of trouble. Okay, tribulation, so on and so forth. Now let's go to the precept. Let's read it. The book of Ezekiel. All right, it's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2 and verse 9. Okay, and it says this is lamentation, or I'm sorry, Ezekiel chapter 2 and 9, and it says, and when I looked, behold, and hand was set was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. And that these are the things in which are going to come upon the earth. Okay? These are the things that are going to come, all right, in these last days, in these perilous times. Okay? So let's grab that as well, since I mentioned it. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1, and this was Paul. All right, Paul was, for the most part, he was warning of stressful times, of the stressful times to come. Okay? And that's where we're headed, in stressful times. All right? And those of you that are without the Holy Spirit, or the Spirit of YAHAWASHI, you don't have your trust in YAHAWASHI, your faith isn't firmly rooted in YAHAWASHI, okay, you don't trust in him, you don't have faith in YAHAWASHI, then you are gonna suffer the most in these times to come. Okay? Because you're gonna rely on the things of this world. Okay? And that's what's gonna lead you to your downfall. For as us brothers, as it says in the book of 2 Ezra 16 and 18, the scriptures say, what shall I do when these evils shall come? And what are we going to do? Maintain our faith, our integrity, our trust and belief and faith in YAHAWASHI. Okay? He's going to be our rock, our power in whom we will rely on. That's going to be our shield and our buckler and our help in these times to come. All right? And it says, this know also, 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And that's right. And we are in these perilous times. And it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. Okay? So from here, let me go to the book of 2 Ezra 16, verse 18. And it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And that's right, and we are just in the beginning of these things. We're just we think these people think it's bad now. All right, it's great mourning. They're not able to do the things that they should or would. I'm sorry. People are sorrowful. People are dying. But see, this is just the beginning of those things. The beginning of sorrows, the beginning of mournings. Okay, the beginning of famine, the beginning of death. Okay. And it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for it says an amendment, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness. And that's right. And when all these things come to pass, the majority of our people, you Israelites out there, despite all that which is going to occur and all the things that are occurring now, you still aren't going to consider turning from your wickedness, man. That's how wicked you are, man. It's going to be so crazy out here that you ain't going to consider on, maybe I should change. Maybe I should, put my trust in the Lord. You're not going to think like that, man. That's how wicked you are. It says, but for all these things they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Okay? And it says, behold, virtue shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even they shall, and it says, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And these are the things that are going to come upon the earth. All right. And it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. And a lot of people are going to die from starvation, from hunger. Okay? All right, you going to be, either you going to find something to eat, or you going to be eating people. That's how crazy it's going to get out here. Okay? And eventually, them that are, them that dwell in the land, especially in the land of America, a lot of people going to die from, the famine, from starvation, from food, from the lack of food, from the lack of bread. And it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape hunger shall the sword destroy. And that's right. And really, if you wicked and if the Most High has it to where, he wants you, he's going to get you, man. Okay? Those of you that fell out, those of you that turned your back, took your hand off the plow, you might be able to escape famine. You might be able to eat. But if you escape hunger, just know that the sword is going to consume you. The sword is going to destroy you. And that's just to all they that aren't right in the spirit. Them who aren't them who aren't in the spirit. If you're not in the spirit, if you're not you're not doing the works of righteousness, you're not doing the best you can to please the Lord, and if you're just wicked, the Most High, he's going to get you, man. Okay? And it says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall no man, it says, and it says, there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. You see? And that's right. And these cities, the cities of America, and the cities throughout all the land of Babylon, throughout all the land, all throughout all the earth, are going to be casted down, man. Because it's going to be all out hell throughout the whole earth. Because the Most High, he's going to punish this world. Let me grab it. Because the Most High is going to punish this world for their evil, man. Isaiah 13, verse 11. And it says, I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And that's what the Most High is going to do. He's going to punish the world for all the evil, and all the wicked for all their iniquities. Okay? And not one of you people are going to be able to escape when the Most High sends these evils upon you. Jeremiah 11:11 goes into that. All right? That thus saith the Lord, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. Though they shall cry upon me, but I will not hearken unto them. There's going to be no escape for you wicked individuals, man. Not one. Okay? And it says, going back here, let's go from here. Let me jump back to the book of 2nd Ezra 16. And then let me see. Salaki, brothers, 1 second. I'll just pick up where I left off. Verse 24, and it says, there shall be no man left to till the ground and to sow it. And that's right, because this land's going to be barren, All right. And it says, the trees shall give fruit, but who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. And that's right, because there's going to be a lot of death out here. It says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. Because that's how many people going to die, and that's how crazy it's going to be out here, to where you're going to wish you were to hear someone, All right. See, but us brothers, we're going to remember, the scriptures and pray to YAHAWASHI that we be, protected, and that we be kept resolute when these times come, But for as you other people, man, you going to be losing it, man. You're going to be all types of lost, And it says, for of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the cliffs of the rocks. And that's right, because you're gonna have people that are gonna try to go into the mountains. I know a cave, I know a spot up in the mountains. We could be alright up there. But even then, those of you that go to the mountains, the scriptures talk about that. You go to, let me just grab it right here. 2nd Ezra 15:58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. You see? So you could have a, game plan, but ultimately, if you don't have the trust in YAHAWASHI, whatever you want to do, all right, you trusting in your own heart, your own might, it's going to fall. You're going to fall, man. All right. And it says, as an ostrich or an orchard of olive upon every tree there shall, it said, there are left 3 and 4 olives. And it says, or as when the vineyard is gathered, there are left 2 clusters of them that are diligently seek through Salakia the vineyard. It says, even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And it says, and the earth shall be laid waste. And that's right, because what is that? I believe it somewhere in, I think it's Psalms 107, where it talks about how the Most High, He make a fruitful land barren. He makes the rivers, a dry land. And that's right. And the earth is going to be laid waste. Especially here in America, and this whole land of America is going to be laid waste by those missiles. And it says, forgive me, and it says, and it says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the field thereof shall wax cold, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. And it says, and the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the woman shall mourn, having no husbands, because that's the spirit. Because I was just in Isaiah 13, and it talks about how they trying to think about how it goes. It's in Isaiah 13 when it talks about how the little ones, or the children, also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and the houses shall be spoiled, and the wives ravished, and a lot of these women's husbands, your husband's going to get put to death, all right, and you're going to be your wife. These women that have husbands, they're gonna mourn having no husbands. And it says, and their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. You see, so these are the times that we're coming in, man. All right, this is what's gonna bring the lamentations, the mourning, and the woe. Okay. And it says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish in famine. And that's right. And these are the things that are coming: famine, death, mourning, sorrows, okay, great evils, okay. And these are the things of which we speak about, man. All right. This is the book of Isaiah 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And that's right. And this, the words which we speak, it's not us that speak, it's the spirit of YAHAWASHI that speaketh within us. Okay. And it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. And that's right. Whatever you people got to say, you come up against the men, you come up against the apostles, you come up against, any man that's in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, warning of these things, warning you of the times to come. All right, how the Lord's going to come with great wrath. All right, how there's going to be famines and pestilences, all these things. Look, man, if you don't believe it, man, that's all good, man. That's cool, man. You know, because when these things come to pass, as it says in Ezekiel 33 and 33, then shall they know that a prophet was among you. Then that's when you're going to realize, like, oh, shit, man. What them dudes, what they were talking about, man, I didn't believe it. I thought they were just, playing around. This stuff has actually happened now. Then that's when you're going to know that a prophet was among you. And then that's when you're going to try to seek us out, seek the word of YAHAWASHI, but you ain't going to be able to find it, man. And that's when the Lamentations of Morning and Woe is going to come upon you. Okay? That's why we're not supposed to fear the imaginations against it. If you people don't believe, cool, that's fine. Scriptures say, for what if some did not believe? Alright? Shall the unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? And whether you people believe it or not, that's not going to stop anything. Alright? And it says, verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's right. And that's simple too. All you unfaithful, all you unbelieving, you're going to die in your unbelief and in your unfaithfulness. And that's how you're going to be taken out by by the lamentations, the mourning, the woe, the death, and the destruction. And it says, verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what's going to take you unbelievers out, and the wicked of our people and the wicked throughout the whole earth, And these things are coming for the wickedness that which you've done, the wicked of all the people, especially here in America, man. You people here in Babylon, man, you all wicked, man. Especially our people, man. These Generation Zers, man. These youngsters coming out of our nation, these Generation Zers, man, they're very, very just out of control, man, and outrageously wicked, and that's why when I read in Isaiah 13 that the Lord's going to punish the wicked, punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and rightfully so, man. Why? Because verse 6 it says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. And that's right. And it says, therefore thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves with. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And we complain continually. We complain day and night for all the abominations, for all the wickedness and the evils that are done in the midst of. That's why we make our lessons, man. That's why we go out to the highways and hedges. Although we're crying, to our power, and calling for the elect, so that they may hear these words and be sealed, and so that this destruction could come, all right? And that the Most High could bring his wrath upon this place, and he is. And it says, and therefore thus saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. And that's right, and that's what the Most High is going to do. He's going to destroy all the land of America, and he's going to bring his people, his elect, all right, with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, okay, and bring out his people out of modern day Egypt, just as he did in ancient Egypt, All right, when you go to Exodus, matter of fact, let me grab that, because the way that Israel, was brought out of Egypt was by what? By great judgments, because the Most High, he put great judgments, great plagues upon that place, and he's gonna do it again, smite Egypt with plagues as before, but except this time it's gonna be a little different, because not all Israel is gonna make it out this time. All right, only the elect of the nation of Israel is gonna make it out. Okay. The Most High, he's gonna have to kill the wicked of our people, man, because you're not right. This is Exodus 7 and 4. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgment. And the Most High is bringing great judgment on the place which is spiritually Sodom, spiritually Egypt. All right, Rome, Nineveh, all these other civilizations that were before, okay, which are now in America, okay, all bunched up in one big wicked kingdom, okay. And it says back here in 2nd Ezra 15 verse 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High Yahweh shall bring upon it. Because that's what's coming. The punishment of YAHAWASHI is coming upon this place. The lamentations, the mourning, and the woe. All right. And it says, reading on, verse 13, they said, they that till the ground shall mourn, for the siege shall fail through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful consolation. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein. And that's right. So woe unto you people. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and with and swords in their hands. And that's right, representing the race riots. And really, when you out of food, when you out of water, out of supplies, you gonna rise up against your neighbor, man. You know, with the sword, which the modern day sword is a gun. And even a real sword, you people, bullets can only last so much. You people gonna be making stabbing weapons, knives. You gonna have machetes, But the modern day sword is, the gun. That's what most people use. Okay, and it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's right, because there's going to be martial law out in these streets. All right. And it says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And that's right. And when these times come, man, see, this is what I gotta say. You people, are you everyday Babylonians, you regular everyday Edomites, you regular everyday Jakes, man, you are not prepared for these times, man. You are not prepared to what's gonna happen, man. All right, you everyday Edomites, you everyday Israelites, you other wicked ass low life heathen nations, man. You not ready for what's gonna occur on this earth, man. And you gonna be the first ones to perish, man. And it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what's coming to this that's what's coming to this place, okay? Great tribulation, all right? Great famine, great death, lamentations, mourning, and woe. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end it off there through the Spirit. Just a little lesson that was on my mind. I looked up that verse, that precept earlier today. And, and I read it. And, I just decided to make a lesson upon it. Because that's what's coming to this place. The lamentations, the mourning, and the woe. And if you don't have your trust, if you don't have your faith and your belief in your confidence in the Lord, the fear in YAHAWASHI, all these things, you're not gonna last too long, man. You're really not, But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end it off there through the Spirit. I pray that this lesson was edifying. As always, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and then to the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, for telling me this truth. And honors to all the Akim out there that's pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And until the next time I say, brothers, Shalom.